All right, Sistas fans, we have new information on a couple of upcoming episodes, and I'm going to do a video per synopsis, episodes 4 and 5. We don't have a synopsis for episode 3 yet, so next week's episode, Fanning the Flames, well, that's it. That's all I have. But we're going to jump to episode 4, Face the Fire, which is airing June 25th. As the girls try to learn more about Karen's whereabouts, the reality of losing a friend begins to sink in. Zach and Fatima face a struggle about his devotion. I honestly don't know what to say here because of the fact that as a fan base, we already know Karen is still alive. Look, don't get me wrong. I like that they're trying to build suspense and whatnot, but the promos already spoiled that she lives. She's going to be outside of the salon with all the girls, Aaron, Preston, talking about how I've just lost everything, and then they have a group hug. Then later on, we got a scene where Karen and Aaron are at her apartment, and he's like, "You know, I love you, right?" And guys, she's not dead. You know what? I'll say this much. Part of me wants to go, well, at least she's not messing around with Zach and Fatima. You know? So, fine. If they want to speculate Karen's whereabouts, then, hey, let it happen. But then you look at the back half of the synopsis. Zach and Fatima face a struggle about his devotion. What exactly is this devotion in relation to? Like, what is going on in Zach's life that could prevent him from proving he's devoted to Fatima? It can't be the son thing, because that's an understandable reason for him to have, his attention a bit divided. And Fatima doesn't seem like the kind of person that, unless you give her your full undivided attention, she'll get mad. Unless we're talking about season 5 Fatima. But I'm guessing this is in relation to the episode 5 synopsis, which I will not get into right now. But I do think that it's just one of those situations where I just hope this isn't the beginning of the end of the good times that we're seeing between Zach and Fatima right now. So I am intrigued to see the reality of losing a friend beginning to sink in, like what the sisters will reflect on when it comes to Karen. But and this isn't me trying to trash on the character of Karen, but I wonder what they're going to reflect on exactly, because when you look at Karen throughout the entirety of the series, I don't really think there are a specific number of good times that the other girls can reflect on with Karen, because of the fact that for the past, since season 3, it's all been about, her chasing Zach, mad about him and Fatima, and that's all she's been doing aside from being pregnant. You could argue Andy would probably have the most to say, since Karen was, going to bat for her when it came to Gary, but other than that, she's had a couple of sweet moments with Sabrina, and more often than not, her and Danny were butting heads. So if they're going to try to build up this drama where the women are really sad, it might be a bit hard to believe, given the fact that they don't always come across as friends with Karen because of her standoffish, I know everything personality. But I feel like this could be one of those times where we get a lot of reflection on their time together, but there might be a bunch of off-screen moments that they reference, like, hey, remember when we were in college and Karen did this, or this, or this, that, and the third. And remember in House of Pain, the original series, where it was like a 3-episode storyline where I think CJ was trapped in a fire, and as a result, there were a bunch of flashbacks to the story itself, like, when he and the kids first moved in with Ella and Curtis and whatnot. And it was a way to kind of, keep him, keep his strength up and talk him through the situation. This would be a great time for flashbacks where let's say for the next couple episodes, the girls just reminisce about, their times with Karen and whatnot. This will be one of those times where a flashback episode will be warranted, and as a result, give the fans a bit more reason to care, because it's like the cast always say in their interviews about how, Sisters, there was no chemistry test, we all just met and we clicked. But the thing is, from a fan's perspective, someone who's just watching the shows, I don't think that chemistry always comes through. Now, when it's the actors themselves in real life, when you see interviews or, parties and whatnot, oh yeah, that you could tell that chemistry is there. But in terms of the show itself, I don't always think that's shown. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how things play out in episode 4. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.